What's up, nature lovers? My name is Brady, and welcome to Naturally Curious. I saw a flash of movement walk off into these woods. I see it. Hey everybody, right behind me is the local college. And on the campus, they have some really nice small woods. And this is where we'll be exploring today in the first episode of Backyard Zoology, the show that takes a look at the wonders of the natural world in our own backyards. I think we take for granted a lot of the times just how much nature is all around us all the time. So today, we're just going to be walking around in these local woods and seeing what cool wildlife we can find. This is not a big forest by any means, really just a small walking trail for dog walkers, but I'm betting even in this small patch of woods, we'll be able to find some good wildlife. So, let's get started. There's a cool bird nest up there. They're all over the place. In fact, keep hearing some rustling in this big tangle of thorns. And it's a couple of birds hopping around. It's incredible how precise they can be with their movements. You hear it? We look at a mess like this, it looks impenetrable, as if no animal could possibly get back there. It's incredible how they're able to jump on these vines of thorns, stand on them, fly between them without getting injured. There's no way I would be able to get through this. This is all thorns. But to a small bird, it's nothing. Wow, look at that. Big tree got snapped in half, probably from one of the hurricanes. I think one of the main reasons that people don't appreciate the natural world around them every day is because they underestimate plants. Plants are all around us constantly, and they are living biological organisms. Plants want to feed, plants want to reproduce, plants want to survive and thrive and grow just like every other living organism. Not only are plants beautiful living organisms themselves, but they also provide vital habitat for other smaller organisms. And where there's plants, there's a good chance you're going to find some other cool wildlife, even if it's just small things like insects, other vital members of any ecosystem. Not only are plants alive, but trees like this actually communicate with other trees through their complex root system. In a way, they're actually capable of talking to each other, sharing information, communicating. It's absolutely incredible just how complex plants actually are. Yet unfortunately, they are so often overlooked. But these phototropic friends are around us all the time. So, take a few minutes, appreciate them. Plants are amazing, man. Like, look at that. Look at that tree. Those things are giant. It's like looking at the Brachiosaurus from Jurassic Park. So if you ever feel the need to be around wildlife more, start with plants. So even though I'm not in dense jungles or high in the mountains or on a safari, places like this are equally filled with wildlife. So even if you're just in a small forest park like this, next to a college campus in the middle of a city, there is wildlife. The natural world is all around us. Hold that thought for a second. I think I just saw a turkey. I really want to see that. I saw a flash of movement, low to the ground, walk off into these woods. I think it was a turkey, but I did not get a good look at it. Whatever it is, it's the first bit of large fauna I've seen. They went on a little trail. I'm coming out the other side to see if I can flank it. Probably not. I think it heard me. I think it took off. I'll take these off so I can spot it with the binoculars. I don't see it right now. But there's two possible trails that it could have gone down. I'm not sure which one it was. I see it. I see it. It's a bird. Oh my goodness, guys. It's a rooster. I'm checking him out through my binoculars. My guess is that he's probably somebody's escaped pet rooster, just going for a romp in the woods. Roosters have good eyesight, very good color vision, better than humans. So while he's a little bit skittish, they have surprisingly good vision. So he can see me. He keeps walking closer to me slowly. He's scraping up the ground. I'm guessing looking for grubs, worms. Because he continues to walk towards me and he knows I'm here, I'm guessing he's probably somebody's rooster. Granted, he's not like walking up to me to greet me. He's not afraid to move in my direction as long as I stay to the ground, hold still, and maintain a non-threatening posture. Man, what a surprise. Of all the animals I could have seen today, gotta say I was not expecting to find a rooster. Hey, buddy. Well, we still have plenty more forest to explore, so I think we're just gonna let this rooster continue to go about his day and keep checking out this magnificent little forest. Well, here's a cool find. I was just walking around this field, and on one of these small trees, right underneath it is a hole, like a den or a burrow. There's one on the other side as well, and there's a big lump of brush covering it. I looked around on each of the holes, couldn't find any easily distinguishable tracks that would tell me what animal made this burrow, but it's possible that it's a nutria. Could be some sort of wood rat or muskrat. Not sure, but cool find nonetheless. Maybe there's a hobbit living in there. Here's a cool bit of animal sign. Right on the edge of this bayou, there's a tree that's been chopped down by a beaver. You can see there's even some leftover pieces of wood. You can see the teeth marks where a beaver is chomping on this tree. There's the stump over there, right there. Always cool. I haven't yet seen a beaver dam in this area, but I have seen bits of sign like this. I would love to see a beaver dam. Or a beaver. That would be excellent. But this, always a cool bit of animal sign. We'll probably come across some more of those as we walk up and down the side of this bayou. I found some more really solid beaver sign. There is a tree chopped over right there. And here's a tree that's been partially chewed on. The bite marks look pretty old on this one, but really cool sign. And it's right next to this creek on the edge of the bayou. So I'm hoping maybe we'll come across the full beaver dam. There's beaver breaks all over the place, but this is the freshest one. Look at that. And it looks like this might even be a path leading up from the creek if the beaver comes to this spot frequently. And there's lots of little marks on the ground, but there's so much leaf litter, it's hard to make out any sort of tracks. So there's definitely movement in this area and solid signs of beaver. Super cool. But right now, we're gonna check out this little creek. It's hard to see because of the glare, and I don't have a polarizer, but there is actually good-sized fish in this creek. I've actually seen bluegill, largemouth bass, and a whole bunch of little minnows. Super cool, even in a small creek like this, that there's bluegill and bass. That is so cool. Unfortunately for me, this area is covered in thorns, so I have to be careful. Yeah, just swimming back and forth in the little gaps where you can actually see into the water are tons of little fish. Man, even on a chilly day like this, we're coming across lots of animal sign. And a good number of animals. Man, there's just fish absolutely everywhere. This creek is a little tributary from the Greater Bernard Bayou. So, makes sense that there would be a lot of wildlife. Bayous and estuaries are incredibly important ecosystems for maintaining healthy freshwater and healthy seawater. Bayous and estuaries act as sort of the middleman between the ocean and rivers. So they play a vital role in keeping ocean waters healthy. Not to mention the abundant wildlife that lives in estuaries and bayous just like this one. Absolutely incredible. When it gets hotter, we'll probably come across snakes walking along this thing, so that'll be cool. It's absolutely incredible how much wildlife you can come across in a small park or a small set of woods like this that are just sitting right under our noses all the time. This is a small patch of woods in the middle of a city. And yet, even on a colder day like this when most of the wildlife isn't active, I saw cardinals, blue jays, cormorants, egrets. I saw lots of cool fish in the creeks, got to see lots of other animal sign, and we even got to see a rooster. I can honestly say that I've never been in the woods before and encountered a rooster, so that was definitely a first for me. But it just goes to show how much wildlife is out there to encounter if you just go and search for it, and you go with eyes wide open, willing to take your time, move slowly, and appreciate the little things. Even in small doses, the natural world is all around us. And really that's the message and my reasoning for starting Backyard Zoology, to highlight the wildlife around us in everyday life. So many cool things to see and so much fun to have. So I think that's going to do it for this episode of Backyard Zoology. Always get out into the woods, always adventure, go learn new things, go discover new things, and always stay naturally curious.